Look at you! You know what? I'm not taking the indignity of this hit. Not gonna happen. Nothing doing. Actually, when we get out of Skullwoods, we have an item we can retrieve with our cape out in the overworld. It's a small key, but hey, you never know. We might need it. Blow this up. Let's kill the Skeenox up here. We can walk along this ledge. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that, but who's going to stop me? You? No. And this is the Skullwoods big chest. This is the chest that can contain its own key. Lots of keys for Ganon's Tower in Skullwoods today. None of which are going to get us there. I do have a map for this dungeon, because I have to refresh my memory on where exactly we're going. Okay, I don't want to use a key here either. I think I just want to bail on this area of the dungeon for now. So if you use a small key on that door... Oh, this hit again. I think if I use a small key on that room... Yeah, we've already been in that room over there. We've already done what's in that room. So we don't want to waste that key. In fact, I think that's the other side of the door that I first said I don't want to waste a key there. I'll just end up in a room that I can reach from another angle. Obviously not the case if you're playing vanilla. Wow, the rollers are strong in the woods today. If you're playing in vanilla, obviously you need all the keys just to clear the dungeon, but this is an obnoxious room. Let's see if we got hands. Actually, I got the cane, so this actually is not going to be that obnoxious. We do have hands. Sometimes you got to be in this room very early. Ah, that was bad block placement. Sometimes you got to be in this room very early in your seed. And sometimes it rolls just absolutely crap monsters that are a pain to try to get past with no sword and 3 hearts or whatever. Got another bottle. Actually, I forgot to mark off an earlier bottle, so we actually need to mark 2 bottles there. Okay. But yeah, I've done this room with, like, invincible chain chomps with 3 hearts and having to push the statue all the way over onto the switch. Whew! It can get real trolly real quick. I don't think we want to open that door either. Oh, really? The rollers are so strong today. They're out in force. I think we just need to go straight up here now. Is there one more box in this area over here? I better go check. So I think there's only 2 items in that area that I opened with the fire rod. Going up, like the boss item, and then there's one other chest. I think you gotta go down this hole to get the other box that I'm missing here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm dumb and wrong. It's possible I'm dumb and wrong. It's happened. So why would you need this hole in the base game? That was a great place for me to stand. Probably there's a key in one of those pots, right? Well, no, because I would have found it. It would have still been in this room. Anyway. There's some reason you need this hole in the base game. I couldn't tell you what it is now. Do I key into that room, maybe? I'm not going to unless I'm missing a box when I get out of here. Anything is possible with science, but... that box is next. Look at the spikety monsters that are just all over the place. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, see, if I wasted that key, I wouldn't be able to open that door, and we would not be able to reach the boss. So I'm glad I didn't, because this way I get a compass for Thieves' Town, which we've already cleared. Oops, forgot to turn my cape on. I had one job. One job to turn on the cape, and I didn't do it. Perfect. This room always felt a little ROM hacky to me. Years ago, I played around with a game called Zelda Classic. Zelda Classic is like a Zelda level editor, where you can make your own Zelda dungeons and things. For the original Legend of Zelda, that is. And I used Zelda Classic to do a Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda years and years ago. Somebody made the entirety of Legend of Zelda. Just rebuilt all the dungeons and stuff using the nicer graphics. And that was the version that I chose for my Let's Play. Just something a little different, you know? But in Zelda Classic, the way you make the raft work is you place down a tile and say, okay, this starts your raft moving in a particular direction. And then there's another tile that says this ends your raft moving in this direction. And I made like a weird maze. Oh, we got blind down here. Well, okay, let's bullet hell on moving floors with spikes. That's what we're going to do today. I made like a weird one-screen maze where you needed the raft and you had to ride it like 3 or 4 times to zigzag back and forth across this really dumb-looking room. And that's what it always reminds me of when I go into that room with the star switches, that you have to kind of move through this weird star switch maze. Kind of a dumb-looking move, because somebody had the idea, hey, let's do a star switch maze. We might need Drank here. We actually... You know what? I'm going to equip the Drank. If I take one more hit... There we go. Drank it up. Yeah, we would have died. Because the floor is moving me into the spikes there. This room was not built for blind. Not sure if you could tell that or not, but... Another bottle. And some kind of crystal. And there's still a treasure box in here somewhere. No, it's not. We got 8. 8 of 8. It says on screen. We got them all. I just forgot to mark one off when we picked it up. Still didn't get what we're looking for, though. Still did not. So there's a chest in the castle tower. Man, how silly would it be if, like, our bow is really deep in Ganon's tower? And because to get into Ganon's tower, you have to get all the crystals. What if that's the seed? We gotta get all the crystals to get into Ganon's tower, so we can find the bow, so we can complete Palace of Darkness, which is a pendant dungeon. Oh, I don't have a bug net. Never mind. I was going to capture that fairy. Put it in a bottle for later. We haven't even been into Misery Mire yet. Oh, because we don't have a flute. Yeah, we don't have a way to reach Misery Mire yet. All this stupid damage we're taking. Alright, let's go check. We're going to get a small key on this ledge over here. I just don't see a reason to leave it laying around. And then the only other overworld item I think we can get is in the Spikety Cave, which we have the cape and we have the half magic now. So we should be good to go through the Spikety Cave as well. You there! Nobody asked you. And all you gotta do to get through here is... Oh, you can hookshot across. But you can also walk on this ledge. I promise you can walk on that ledge, guys. I'm not lying to you. You can totes my goats walk this ledge. See? See? All it was waiting was for me to say something about goats. Alright, which small key is this going to be? Turtle Rock. We might be going back to Turtle Rock now. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go finish up Turtle Rock. That's what we're going to do next. Because there's lots of treasures. 5 treasures still to get inside of Turtle Rock. Oh, I never did mark which medallion we needed to get into Turtle Rock. I guess I should do that. Okay. I think first, though, because we can do the Spikety Cave while we're up here. Did we get a red crystal? No, we got a blue crystal. I wasn't sure what color crystal we got out of Skull Woods. So we need the hammer and the cape to do the Spikety Cave. And then we'll go back up to Turtle Rock and finish it up. Double dipping into Turtle Rock. But there's just enough treasures left in there that I think it'll be worth it. Alright, here's the Spikety Cave. There's also one treasure left in Hyrule Castle Tower. Oh, there's stuff in actual Hyrule Castle, too, that we haven't gotten yet. Oh, that was dumb. Just a map in the Spikety Cave of the Eastern Palace. How many treasures are in the Hyrule Castle? Because if we get a bow or something in there... I think it's a quicker check than going all the way through Turtle Rock, so let's do that. We'll check the castle, and then we will mirror out and check the castle tower. There's one more treasure box. We don't need to clear Castle Tower. The only thing that actually opens, there's a plot trigger. If you defeat a Ganon at the end of the castle tower, but you don't need the castle tower for Dark World access, the only other thing in the game it actually triggers is the lumberjacks are sawing on a tree, and they're like, hey, this tree feels weird. But if you go up there after defeating a Ganon, you can Pegasus boot your way into the tree, and there's an item in there. But we've looked at that item, and it's not going to be anything useful, so we don't need to do anything. This room here should have a treasure box in it. No, the next room has a treasure box in it. Imagine having to do this on 3 hearts with no weapon. Rooms like that. That's what happens if you play standard with randomized sword. Yeah, this room here should have a treasure box in it. A roller, a chain chomp, and a fire snake. This is a party room here, kids. Yeah, here we go. Just a heart piece. Okay, so nothing in here. Cleared that out. There's one treasure box up in the castle tower. We don't need to go all the way through the castle tower. We just need to go high enough to find that one treasure box. We don't need to fight the boss. We don't get an item for it. There are seeds where that is your only Dark World access. This is killing a Ganon at the end of the tower. We can also get more chests out of the Eastern Palace now, too, actually. Maybe that should be our next stop. Once we waste all of our time on this one box in this dungeon here. So there's the first box you can reach without a key. Then if you have a key, you can go up to the second box higher up. In this almost always super dark dungeon. Is it in this room, I wonder? It might actually be in this room. In fact, I think it is, because it's a key to open that other door up in the vanilla game. Yeah, there it is. It's a map. Alright, so that didn't do us any good. Map of Thieves Town is not going to help us. Let's head back to Eastern Palace. We should be able to do a whole bunch of damage there. Still don't have a flute, so we're walking. I can jump. Oh man, look at that chain chomp positioning. That's a great place for a chain chomp. Sire, how are we going to defend our walls? Put a chain chomp up there. The chain isn't long enough to reach from the top of the wall down to the courtyard below, sire. It's a 2D game, it doesn't matter. Actually, I think in Zelda it does. I don't think enemies on a higher or lower ream of elevation are able to reach you in this game. Alright, to Eastern Palace we shall go, once again. Should be 4 boxes to check, and I don't see any reason why we can't reach all 4 of them. There are no bosses we can't defeat, because we do have all our rods now. Unless one of the rooms is blocked with mimics that we need the bow to kill, but not mimics. What are they called? Igors? No, Igor is a killer instinct fighter, isn't it? I don't know. I know very little about anything. I remember this really obnoxious room. With all the thieves in it. Oh, the dungeon was dark last time we were here. That's why we didn't go a little further. But yeah, we fixed all kinds of problems in this dungeon. We're good to go. We can open boxes, we can open doors. We can make all kinds of progress. I just had to run into that skeleton a few times first, though. I mean, as you do. I feel like these skeletons should not be taking 2 hits with my crazy glowing sword. Well, I guess the first hit was a hookshot hit. So the hookshot's not enough to kill them, but then the glowing sword is enough to finish them off. Okay, it's gonna be my bow. Not gonna be a bow. Not a vanilla bow kind of seed. I'm gonna take the refill. Did you know this was a refill point? Well, you do now. Yeah, the dark room here is why we didn't make any more progress. Oh, this is a pretty easy room to learn. I feel like that'd be crossing an important line, though. Like, I don't want to commit to learning the dark rooms, because then I'd be playing the dark rooms, and, ugh. The logic is nice enough to tell me, hey, we'll never make you go through a dark room without a lamp. That's never going to be required for progression. I think I'm just going to let the game do its thing when it comes to dark rooms. Of course, then you'll get that seed where if you just had gone through one dark room, you could have got an amazing item or something that now you can't get and can never have. There's my bow. Alright, so we can do the Palace of Darkness now. All we need now is the big key for Desert Palace, and I think Palace of Darkness is where we're going to go next, because there's still 3 boxes to check there. The big key box, the boss item, and there's one other box somewhere. Excuse you. Still says there's 2 boxes left in this dungeon. I'm not sure if I believe it. Where did I miss a box in this dungeon? I guess I can check my map here. There is one room up there, but I think it's just rubies? Maybe I just forgot to mark a box. I've done that before. Plenty of arrows in those pots. And who's my boss today? Blind again! Alright, so... put blind on the tracker there. This time, however, we're not on crazy moving floors. Fighting lots of blinds today, no problem.
Shoutouts to Oombaglow for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.